Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So yes, for the past couple of videos I've been trying to find a good space to do my videos, and I think I found it. I've got a comfortable seat, got my bean bag, and it's good lighting, or at least alright lighting, until I get a ring light. I'm planning on getting a ring light when I hit 100 subscribers, so subscribe for better lighting. But anyway, note the title is not clickbait. Some of my friends will be confused because I think I only told like 2, maybe 3 of them about this. I think it's the worst case scenario, 100% would have been like a kidnapping, but I'm a bit optimistic. I'm like, well, maybe he wasn't trying to take us to like a weird place. Maybe he just got lost and was driving the wrong way. Because of that, I wasn't, I don't know how to explain it, my thinking, but that's how I think. But my older sister 100% thinks that he was a predator trying to kidnap us, but she's very dramatic. But anyway, what made me do this video now is because I think on Saturday or Friday will be exactly a year since this happened, and this was last year. I went to Nigeria because my grandfather died, and my family and I went to his funeral. It was me, my 2 sisters and my mother. Let me set the scene. We went to Nigeria for my grandfather's funeral, and for Nigerian parties, weddings, funerals, any sort of event, you have to like get like custom attire, custom things to wear. I'll put like pictures of me for examples and stuff. My mum had a tailor in Nigeria that made them, and when we got there we gave her the fabric, and I think she had like 5 or 4 days to do either 8 or 9 outfits, and she said it was all fine because she had like, I think 7 or 8 people working for her. So we thought, oh, it's going to be fine, they're all gonna pitch in and work, so it will be done in like 5 days. And then we got to the day before the funeral. We went out to pick up the outfits and stuff, and anytime anyone visits Nigeria, you know, you don't rent a car, you get a driver or something, because driving there just seems so stressful. No one follows the rules. There's lanes and they don't stick to them. Well, I don't know how to drive, but I can tell that they don't follow the driving rules. So for that trip we were just using Uber and getting Ubers, and we got an Uber to my step-grandfather's house because we had to visit him and stuff, and we stayed there for like a couple hours, and he was like, oh, I've got a driver, don't get Uber. Like, he's trusted, you know, he can take you to the tailor's place and back to the hotel. And we were like, okay, and made sure he knew where the hotel was, gave him the address of the tailor place. Seemed alright. We didn't have to pay so much for an Uber because we got given a driver. So we got to the tailor's place, and 2 of our outfits have been done. And this was the day before the funeral. 2. Oh, not 4. 2. So my mum was stressed, shouting at them, and if my mum wasn't back, I'd call her a Karen, because she kind of like shouts at store employees. But this was different because she was feeling under stress because she had an event for the funeral that was only like adults that night, and she needed something to wear and nothing was done, and that event was in like 3 hours. So he literally stayed hours and hours just watching them with my mum shouting and stuff like that. But one thing that kept me entertained, I had a whole season 2 of Killing Eve downloaded on my phone, so I watched that. But yes, it was awful. It was just so horrible. And they kind of realised that my mum had an event, so they stopped everything they're doing and just worked wholehandedly on the dress my mum needed to wear for her thing. And when it was done, she was like an hour late, and the place that she was meant to go was, I think, 20 or half an hour away, so still gonna be really late. And my mum left us. Yes, she left us. She got a taxi, left us, and she was like, oh, the driver should still be in the car or round the car. He will take you back to the hotel. We went back to the car. The driver was nowhere to be seen, was looking everywhere, couldn't find him, calling his phone, didn't answer. So he literally just sat by the car for like half an hour, and she just showed up looking very sketchy, very weird. So, not an over exaggeration when they said we could have been kidnapped, but it's for you to decide. My sisters and I are either very stupid, just maybe stupidity, or it wasn't our fault and that guy was very sketchy. But that's for you to decide. I think it's a little bit of both, because I don't think I'm that wrong. Anyway, none of us really knew the way back to the hotel, especially my other sisters, because as soon as we got into the car, every time we drove away from our hotel to somewhere, they just fell asleep. Me, I was on my phone watching my Marvel edits. Watching my Marvel edits that I saved on my camera roll. So I knew a bit on where to go, but not a reliable source. We all just assumed he knew where he was going. The second sign that he was very sketchy. The first sign, like, he not having his phone on and not being around the car. The second sign that he was very sketchy, randomly, like after 20 minutes of driving, he stopped the car and, I don't even want to say it. He said, I need to ease myself. Opened the door and just peed on a road. Keys still in the ignition, and my sister and I thought it was a drive-by. You know, one of those things you see in like movies where someone leaves the car, keeps the ignition in, someone else comes in with a gun or something. Because we don't speak the language, we don't know much, we are... But yes, that was very odd, but nope, that's not where anything weird happened. He came back, continued driving. We were a bit creeped out, didn't want to talk to him, and after like, I think 30 or 40 minutes, I don't really remember, I have no concept of the time, but after a while he was like, I don't have any money for the toll. Like, like, you know when you go over a bridge and you have to pay to go over it, and none of us had any money because my mum didn't give us any spending money, because she was like to my older sisters, you're old, you can transfer your own money, and she was like to me, you don't need to buy anything. So we had zero money and stuff, and we were getting really nervous. But I was kind of thinking, we've never gone over a toll before. Why is he taking us over a toll? And I was like, I'm probably wrong. I had never paid attention while driving a car. I was watching Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson on my phone edits. Anyway, let's just brush over that last part. That, yeah, my sister called like family friends that we knew, because my mum's friend lived quite near the hotel, and we were always going out with her sons and stuff. Like, we went to the cinema with them on the trip, and we were like, we don't know what's going on, we have no money for the toll. Like, and he's taking us like a weird way, we've never seen this way before, what's going on? And he was like, why are you going through the tollway? And we had no idea. We had no idea where this person was taking us, kind of who he was and stuff. And then me, the saviour of us all, yes, I'm the saviour in the story. You probably wouldn't have guessed I was the one to save everyone, but yes. So on the motorway, I kind of noticed this building that looked like our hotel. I ignored it for a while because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'll let my older sisters, you know, figure stuff out. The thing in Nigerian culture, like, older people are always right. And so in my brain, I think it was like drilled in that you're probably wrong. Whatever you say is going to be stupid. And then, I don't know, they were just getting really worried, didn't know what to do and stuff. And I was just like, let me speak up. Worst that can happen, no one would answer me, I'll get ignored, but that happens all the time. So I was just like, the hotel is over there. I'm pretty sure that's the hotel. I did get ignored, but then I kind of like shouted saying, go into the other lane. We're going to miss the exit. That's our hotel. And like 70% sure that's our hotel. And if it's not, meh. And lo and behold, it was our hotel. My sister told him to like go to the other lane. She kind of forced his hand to go where I was telling him to go. And we were saved by moi. That's how we almost got kidnapped. I don't know if that would have happened, but he was very, very, very sketchy. Very, very, very sketchy man. And found out from my step-grandfather that he didn't return because, well, he was probably going to fire him after that because he didn't have his phone on. He was just very weird and didn't know the way and didn't have any sat-nav or anything. He just left the keys for the car and didn't come back after that. So I don't know where he is now. I don't want to know. One thing that really, really annoyed us is that when we got to the hotel, we got a text from our mum and she was early. She was the only one at the event when she got there. So all that for nothing. Literally all that for nothing. And then I remembered there's something called African time. That means that the event says it's free, but it doesn't start till 5. Ugh. Also, just so to tie up all the loose ends, our outfits, our attire and stuff, it didn't actually get finished that day. We didn't go home with it. The women brought it to us the morning of the funeral. We were getting ready and we didn't have anything to wear. And we were like an hour and a half late, but I don't know what to say to that, so yeah. The message of this story: do not get kidnapped, and when you're in a car, pay attention. Do not watch Marvel edits on your phone, and do not fall asleep. Because that's where the dilemma was. That's where we went wrong. Damn you, Marvel. Damn you. So I'm here to give you a warning about the next portion of the video. I noticed while editing, I have lipstick on my teeth for 2 minutes of the next bit, and for that, I am sincerely sorry. Very hard for me to watch while editing without being so frustrated with myself. I'm very sorry. But overall, nice holiday. I had fun. Now I get to tell stories. I'm not being sarcastic. It was fun. It was fun. It was the second funeral I've ever been to, and it was better than the first. Very lively. Like, I want a Nigerian funeral. Like, I know there's this meme of, like, I think it's Ghana or either Ghana or Nigeria, and people carrying a coffin, dancing, and people think it's really weird, but that's how it happened. Well, that's only if the person's old, that's what happens. If the person's young, it's sad. If the person's old, it's happy. And yeah, you dance around the coffin, literally dancing on the grave. It's literally that meme. I want a funeral as lively as that. Yeah. Well, hopefully I don't die prematurely, or I won't get that. I also saw my American cousins that I hadn't seen since I was like 6 or 7. I went to the cinema and saw Spider-Man Far From Home for the 4th time. So, great trip. If you want more story time videos, because this is probably a story time, here it is, because man oh man, do I have a lot of stories. Actually no, I don't have that many stories, but I have a good 4 interesting stories that I can think of on the top of my head. So let me know if you want to see that in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, thumbs up, whatever you want to call it, and please subscribe. Yeah, just subscribe if you enjoyed this, so you won't miss any other ones of my videos and my next storytime video, because I'm going to plan another one. And it's probably going to be as embarrassing as this one. So, what have you learnt from this video? Do not get kidnapped. Yeah. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.